sneaky alive because I have made this a lot, and I don't know, thought you guys might want to see it, that's all. So I'm just putting it on my laptop so I can see you all chatting to me, and we're going to make a wallet. I know I've done several videos on this. Theoretically this will probably be the last one, but you never know. I'm live, put the link, okie dokie. So I've got it all cut out here, and interfaced and stuff. And I'm just gonna have my laptop off to the side, and this can just hang out. So I'm making, what I like to do lately, my customer base, hello! My customer base seems to really like buying sets from me. The sets sell out more than the individuals. So I've started doing this thing where I'm making sets. Hello everybody! Super Bowl or Tory? This is live, but you can come back and watch it later. I'm just making another NCW for like the millionth time. But I'm making it out of the spiders because the spiders are epic. Anyway. Lately what I've been doing is making matching sets because they seem to sell well. I personally love a set, so I can see why other people would. Hello everybody! And I know I've got lots of videos about the NCW, but one more won't hurt while I'm chatting. And I can basically speed sew because you guys have seen it all. It'll be fine. It's not even that I so much like the NCW, it's that customers do. So out of this wallet is going to be matching the needle and anchor bag I made the other day. If you guys haven't seen that, I thought it was very cool. I'm obsessed with the handle thing, and it's inspired my brain to do a clutch. I don't know when I think this is happening, but we're gonna get to it. I really need to go back to designing patterns because there's like 4 in my brain now. I bought my sunflower set. Ah, see, sets. So if you're thinking about getting into selling your stuff, sets. I love a good set. I actually really like that sunflower set. I also don't like to make doubles of things. As a handmade designer, individuality is best. So you can do the same shapes, but never use the same fabrics or fabric combos. So like I will never make another one of those sunflower bags with black vinyl. Even if I do that embroidery or a different embroidery that's sunflower, I'll do something different so that people know they're getting like a one-off. Hello, hello. I love temptress. I want to do a temptress. I've got to make 3 vixens actually for a custom order. I've started them, but it's not finished yet. And then after that, I might start writing a pattern because I'm finally up to date, kind of, but not really. Good ironing. I always steam these and they sit flat. These have been in this box for like 3 or 4 days and they're still good. Temptress is wonderful, except it's binding. And I understand a lot of people don't like binding. And I could probably hack it to not have binding. It'd just be really tricky to turn. And the reason I did binding is because I did mine in leather. And trying to turn leather is a pain. I don't think I've done a hack where there's no binding. But we could if you want to. Because I know a lot of people, I don't know, have a fear of it or something. Alright, so spiders. These are tarantulas. I don't even know if Australia has tarantulas. I know that's a weird thing, but I don't know. What I do know is that huntsmans are a bit similar, and huntsmans are awesome. I love this dress. This is like my over the bathers dress. I did a video on it actually. I've made 2. I actually kind of think I want to make more. but I'm trying to be diverse with my wardrobe. We'll see. Hello, Norway! That's so cool. I love that I'm like international. So much fun. I didn't put the vinyl accent on this just so I didn't want to. I have done a video where I did it though, so if you want to see how to do that, you gotta go watch the other one. Ugh. But no, all things spooky are fabulous. Somebody's designing a skull bag that you can make as like a crossbody or a backpack. So it's made me want to go and start doing some more skull type bags. Since I've already got the fabric for it, I might get onto that soon. Is there any topic of conversation you guys want to ask questions about? Because I'm open for it today. I also had to put the green spider, obviously, on the front because it's fabulous. This will need an iron, so I will need to stand up, which I won't be able to bring with because you're like tucked behind the machine and it's not easy to get out. Now the other thing I want to do is, I've got to check what color zipper I used. Does anyone remember what zipper color I used? So this is the bag that we're matching. It is really cute and I'm obsessed with this handle. I love it. So we've got the spiders. And I just, oh there you go, that's easy. I just used black. It has got, so I've done the 2 magnets. If you're in America, you can get something called a hex frame and it'll like snap open and then snap close. It is very cool. I just don't have one and I didn't have this time to source one. I made this in like 3 days notice, 4 days notice. Whatever. Which doesn't bother me, it's just why it's not done. I will of course be doing laser videos. I like to do at least 1 week. And I'm going to try and use my different lasers. I need to set it up better. I am going to do a glass etching video. That's the next one I'm doing at the moment. So we're going to do glass etching. Then we're going to do how to make the ring. So if you want to, in my Facebook group, I made a ring. I don't know if you can tell, but it says seems legit on it. It's very cool. So I will be doing a video on how to set that up and how to work out all the maths to make your own if you've got all the stuff. And then I am open to ideas of things to do in the laser videos. Oh, see, I want to do a video on waxing my own canvas. I think that'd be very cool. I also cut that too wide because I wasn't paying attention. That's alright, we're just going to chop off like a chunk. And yes, I did not measure that. I have no regrets. Have I found a house? I have not yet found a house, although we did see one online that we're going to go have an inspection at, like another one. I know that seems to be a very common thing that I say these days, but we're not rushing to just buy any house. We want to buy the right house. And we found one that's a little bit out of town, but has the acreage, and it already has, not a granny flat, but like an insulated shed with a roller door. So the roller door side could have the lasers, and then I don't have to worry so much about like smoke and like stuff. So that's going to be cool. I'm making zipper tabs, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now. I do love the lasers. If you are going to buy a laser, I do ask that you go through my link if I'm the one that convinced you to do it, because it proves to them that I'm useful, is pretty much how that works. I like to be useful. I like to be helpful. I've had lots of people private message me about lasers, and when I see them and I have 5 minutes, I will of course respond to any questions you guys have. Oh, see, I don't look like, I'm not loving the whole look at homes. All I see is problems everywhere and it annoys me. Like, I just want a house where I don't even necessarily need to expand, but I want to put cupboards on the walls, so I have more floor space. You know what I've also realized about this wallet? I am missing the card slot back piece. That's going to be annoying. Later. Not yet, but later it will. Yoink. But yeah, we'll find a house eventually. It'll come. And it'll be like our house. It'll be fabulous. Then we're going to have like a glorious entrance, because that's like a thing I've always wanted. So I want like an electric gate, whether they swing open or go sideways or whatever it is they're going to do. We are totally having an electric gate, so I don't have to get out in the pouring rain to open and close the gate. Alright. Yank. You notice I didn't interface these. That won't matter for how I'm building this, so don't stress. I also, if you want to look at the mini NCW wallet, I actually hacked it so you can have 2 pockets, if that's something you want. Yoink. Now this one I am going to clip because we've got the stuff in the way. It's one of those few times where I will clip it in place so it doesn't shift and annoy me. I do really like the spiders. I also, you know what I think I like about the spiders though, is this very cool green, like lightning-ish background. You know what I think I like about the spiders though, is this very cool green, like lightning-ish background. Makes me happy. So this fabric and the dragonflies is currently on pre-order for at Inklings and the Kraken. Oh, it's glitching out. That's weird. So if you've been liking the fabrics, you should go get some. I have so much of her fabric. She also did like a retail drop last night. I didn't even look because I don't have any room to put it all. I need to stop with the fabric. Yank. Yeah, I just saw the video jump. I don't know why. Welcome to my hellish internet. I unfortunately don't have any solution to fix the problem. So I'm going to pull both of these back, by the way, and we're going to top stitch straight across. I know that seems contrary to what we normally do, but just bear with me on this. You could also iron that if you wanted to get up. It is annoying, and I'm very sorry, but I promise it's not me deliberately doing it. It is Townsville's internet, at a guess. I have an electronic sliding gate 3, 2 in our house and 1 in our investment property. That's cool. I definitely want the electric sliding gate. It's going to be amazing. And if we do buy out of town, depending on how big it is, I have plans. Part of me still kind of wants to do workshops, and part of me still wants to do subscription boxes. I should probably do a vote. More people. Ow! Stupid clip. That really hurt my thumb. Hello, hello. I do. Oh, I'm gonna do another painting video. On a completely sidetrack note, I popped in, somebody told me that I was being mentioned in the live from Sire Swag, so I popped in to say hi. I also promise if I ever go to America, I'm going to paint her sewing machine. Which I will stand by the way, if we ever actually make it over there. But I also am going to paint one of these, and we're going to use the scan and cut to do something, because my brain has ideas. So many ideas. And if I convince you to get a cutting machine of any description, I would like to prove that it can be quite useful. So, I am going to do a video with that. But I should probably write a pattern before I do that. Just saying. It's why I didn't warn you, Amanda. I didn't want to upset you that you couldn't watch because you have to go to work. I always, and I don't know why, I think this was from the first time I made it and it was wonky, I always sew the end together. It just makes me happy to know that it's straight and behaves itself. Oh, and I just ran out of bobbin thread. And I don't have a backup, so you guys are going to have to hang out while I do that. This is not part of the wholesale order. This is part of, I need to put some stuff on my website for sale because it is empty. That's what this is. The wholesale order is complete and has been sent off. And then now I need to actually get some stuff on my website for sale. When doing bobbins, always go at hundreds of miles an hour. You should be able to see up the top over here. Where's my hand? Right. So up the top of your machine, there's this little like window. You should see oil spurting. That's a good sign. It means it's moving it through the whole machine for you. So always do bobbins at 100 miles an hour. And usually just 3/4 fill them. Otherwise they misbehave. Nobody wants to play that game. Right. Let's try that again. I also am loving my bright green nails. I got them longer than I normally would, but I'm really not regretting it. They look amazing, and they're green. So my back, that's a good question. It's getting better, but I still can't get on my horse. I can't lift my leg up because it hurts. So I went out and worked him on the ground. I did like some ground stuff, which bores both me and him, but it is a necessary evil because he's had so much time off. We need to build back some glorious muscles. So I do go out and play with him, but my back is still sore, but I did take the dog for a walk today. I didn't do any jogging though. I am not going to push it and make it worse. It turns out I had a pulled muscle, and so all that stretching I was doing was making it worse and not better. Now, here's where the cool stuff, because we've got zipper tabs, which if you want to, and it's annoying you, chop off that excess. But because I made the zipper tabs, we're going to pull all of this down because this will be in the side seam and nobody's going to see it. But what you want to do, you want to match the seam here with the seam on the other side so it doesn't look wonky donkey. Like that. And I'm just going to clip them together because it's 4 layers and I want it to behave itself. Yes, Mother, and I tell you to do stuff that you don't do all the time just as much. What can I say? We don't listen to each other. All right. I've clipped the sides. I've mainly just clipped this down. We don't need to worry about the raw edges because we sew that rectangle, so you're not going to see it. You're not going to see this either because this is going to go in the side when we stitch the bag together. If you don't do zipper tabs, you will definitely have to use rivets on the side, or if you're doing a vinyl exterior, I highly recommend using rivets on the side because sewing it can get quite tricky. But this will all be hidden, so we don't really need to worry about it all that much. It's one of those few times we're going to have a raw edge. But this is why I did zipper tabs. Because if you try and do this with the actual zipper, oh, come on, stop it. Did you hear that? I heard the thread just break. Is it fixed or is it being naughty? Right. And I did rest it, in my defense. I rested it for like 4 or 5 days before I started trying to stretch it. It just turns out that was not quite long enough. I'm going to trim off the seams at the corners and throw that in the bin. And so then when we turn this through, it will need to be ironed. I'll have to get up and do all the ironing at once. Ugh. Come on. Where's my turning stick? Oh, I got some turning sticks in. So I've just got to laser engrave my logo into them, and then I'll be putting them back up on the website. For anyone that doesn't have one, it is amazing. It stops yourself hurting your hands so much. Right? And see, because we did that, see how it now sits out nicely? And then we're going to stitch through it later anyway, but it sits nice with a zipper tab. And yes, I probably should have done them black or dark green, but we all know I like to do weird things. Push the corners out. Turning sticks are amazing. If you don't want to buy mine, you don't have to. You can go to a music shop and buy a flute cleaner. That's literally what it is, but get the wooden ones and not the metal ones. It is important. I don't preach that you have to buy from me. You buy from whatever's convenient to you. Because I'm worldwide, not everybody wants to pay postage for one of these to go interstate or overseas. That's fine. Or you don't want to wait that long. I understand that. I am the queen of not wanting to wait. This corner is just a bit rounded. See that? I don't like it. So, also my sewing aul's missing, and I'm very sad, and I think I'm going to have to pay someone to make me a cool custom one. Does anybody currently watching do those resin, very cool sew alls? I don't care about the seam ripper end. I don't use them. I won't throw it out. It'll just forever live in there. Unless you do two sew alls on the end. But does anybody here make them? Because I'd like to purchase one from you, please. And I want it green. Depending on how custom, we could also put my logo on it. That would be amazing. Okay. Actually, that probably doesn't need... Now, we're good. I definitely need a new sewing awl. To be fair, my other one is broken on one end and bent on the other, so it probably is time for a new one anyway. But it has to be green. Ta-da! Etsy. Well, I know this on Etsy, but if somebody was watching, I was just going to support them instead. Because that would make me happy. I like to support people that support me. Circle of life and all that jazz. Okay. Now I do this differently to other people, I think. So if you wanted to, you could actually stitch the edges together. What I actually want is for this to sit straight. Oh, I didn't draw the line. We might draw the line. Hey, Knuckles. You probably can't see him. He's behind the cart. Ready? Ready? Knuckles! He just likes to hang out on my floor a lot. I did set up his bed for him, but he likes to sit closer than the bed can get because the bed is ginormous. I did know that you meant Etsy. Zesty just sounds cool. We can call it Zesty instead of Etsy if you like. I went into my husband's toolbox and stole his. I love that. My husband doesn't have a sewing awl type thing, so I can't steal it from him. But I will need to get a new one. If I got a wood one, I could laser seams legit into it. But I prefer a green one if I get, I think I really do. Alright, I didn't make a card back, so we'll get up and do that in a minute. Also, what we're going to do, this is the lining, which is got hefty on it. I always make both these bits heavier interfacing, because that's my jam. And then, let me make sure there's no measurements. Okay. This is a, what's it called? Template. So what we want to do is in the template, see these lines? You want to kind of about here and about here, we're going to put 2 dots, and then we're going to use a rotary cutter or scissors to create a hole in the lining piece. Because I don't like having to tuck in that raw edge at the edge because it's never straight and it frustrates me. And I've decided that this is like the lazy, easier version. So, what I really should have got, that is not even enough at all. It's going to come down a bit. This one, like that. I should have actually got holes in it because that would make it way easier. It's just a regular one, so I think it's thicker. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to use scissors, so I'm drawing a line. It's also a good visual for you. Normally I would just stand up and do this with a rotary cutter, but it's not the option today. You just have to make sure that the hole will be covered later. Chop. Chop. Ta-da! Ah! Throwing stuff around. I promise I drop just as much stuff off camera as I do on. Okay. We are not going to top stitch. They are more pricey to be, actually, now that I think about it, there's like a market in town, and I think there's a guy there, like a retired dude, that does them. So I might check there. I might find out when their market is. So this is the front. So we want the front sides to touch together. Hi. I'm just so done happy to, I have started back with my videos because I have space to do them again. The whole reason I stopped is because I was traveling interstate and staying in a hotel, and it was too hard to try. I did actually try and set it up so that I could record in the hotel, but it just wasn't a thing. Right, so right sides are together. And I'm doing this live because I wanted to do this because I am making this a different way to all the other videos. And I like to just add different bits in here and there. I can probably drill a hole in the acrylic template. I'm probably going to do that. And worst case scenario is it doesn't work and I have to get another one. Or I have to sticky tape it back together with duct tape. It could go either way. My lasers that I have, unfortunately, won't go through clear acrylic. To do that, you need a CO2 laser. I just have a lot of diode lasers and the infrared laser. And to be honest, I should probably stop with lasers. I'm not going to do a twist lock. I am going to do a rivet magnet because I am obsessed with rivet magnets. I just am. Can't help it. I always like to start on a straight bit. And this is going to get awkward because my laptop's in the way. Keeps getting caught under the laptop. So rude. If I do ever get a CO2 laser, obviously there will be videos because that's just what I do. You see most of the craft stuff I do in at least one of the videos. I did find a better place. They are not moving or budging at all, and they were super gentle. I am a fan. And they had green. Most places you go to don't have very nice greens as far as nails are concerned. And I also, what I was finding is because my real nails were so soft, I couldn't sew properly either. Or do anything much, actually. Zigzag scissors, as always. Trim off the bits. Oh wow, that was a short meeting, Amanda. Good job. Alright, and then you just flip it through the hole and you don't have to worry about the weird edge thing. And it's not that I can't do the weird edge thing, right? Because that other bag I just showed you, I did the whole top where I tucked it in. It's just this is easier. You still have to turn it through anyway. So a CO2 laser can pretty much do everything I've been doing, as well as like mirror acrylic and clear acrylic. And if anybody ever contacts me and offers me one, I will of course do it, and then we'll come up with something cool and I will start making zipper attachment things. I have plans, but I also don't really need it. Like, I have ideas, not plans. Ideas is a better word. Have I made one? I have done a jacket. I also think I have a video of a jacket that I've made. It was green. Shocker, I know. It was a Vogue. I want to say 9145, but that could be wrong. I also should stop poking at you all with my stick. I have done a jacket with the lining as a video. Definitely has been done. It was lime green. I've also done a jacket without a video, which was made out of Panama stretch suiting. I don't know why they call it a mechanical stretch. It's not stretchy. I don't know why they call it that, but that's what it's called. Yes, this is my new space. It is very trashed. But yes, we are in the new space. It's all fabulous. That suitcase I actually still need to unpack. It's all the fabric I took with me on holiday. Anyway. I have done a jacket, and I kept them all, even though I moved interstate and probably will never wear them, because on the off chance that we go out of a night time and it's a bit cool, I'll wear it then. I'm also going to crank up the top stitching length just a little bit for this. I'm also stitching it right sides out. I'm also not getting up to iron this. Look at me go. Instead, I'm just maneuvering that edging out. That's trying to run away at the moment. Whee! And back stitch. I must say, Mary Beth runs sales. Who's Mary Beth? What kind of sales? Do I want something? Threads up. Battery's nearly dead, but that's okay. It still works. It just doesn't get red hot now. But it still melts it and makes it all fabulous. So I won't change the battery out yet. I've still got a while. Looks awesome. Okay, so I actually can't go any further until I get up and I cut a backing for my card slots, which is now going to be a bit of a problem because I'm out of this and I'm out of this. So my options are I have a yellow version of this. Am I tramming? Oh. I think Mummy is planning a trip with my nan. Alright, I've got solid green, I've got the yellow like this, or I've got waterproof canvas. I did not plan this through. I just clearly forgot to cut it when I was cutting because I cut this before I cut the other bag that I've already recorded. Wait here. I'll grab something. Oh. Oh, Knuckles. You're okay, buddy. Yeah, no, green. Green for sure. So this is just a quilting cotton. This is a comic book cardboard piece. Mine and my husband's birthday is on the same day. I am merely 12 hours older, or just over. And our son is 4 days before. So it's all pretty cool. Now, normally I would go and do this on a rotary, with a rotary cutter and a chopping board, but we're going to do it like this to prove that even if you only have the world's smallest space, you can still get stuff done. It's not quite better, but it's better enough that I could take the dog for a walk today, so that's good. Went swimming yesterday. It mainly just hurts when I bend. Like, it's quite awkward to put pants and underwear and stuff on because I've got to bend down. But beyond that, I do all right. Chop down the side, make it the same size. Look at that. Perfect. Oh. All right. Not that way. I already managed to mess it up. Look at that. Oh. Go away, pop-up. I can't see people writing stuff. There we go. So if you guys all had to vote, would you prefer subscription box or workshop? Maybe I could do like a live version of a workshop. Kind of like this, but where you guys are like linked in as well. So I can do an online live workshop, or I can do a subscription box. I too do a variety of crafts. Who says you only have to be into sewing? You can be into it all. Oh, stop it. So rude. See, Canada could be fun to go to. How far north from Sunridge? Because, Mother, that is basically twice as much work to get done with the same deadline. Plus, then I do the workshop and then do the live of the same thing. I am, unfortunately, not Wonder Woman. I like to think I am sometimes. You should see the list of things I want to get done today. But it just doesn't always work out like that. Again, possibly should have got up and ironed this. It would make it for quicker sewing. But too late now. Do 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 do. This is now being stubborn. Fun times. We're going to fold it over, clip it down, and then over the other side, and that, see how the line's not in the middle? We're going to unclip it and do it again. Oh, that's good that they love the rag-a-brash. I have noticed that my patterns are a little bit all over the shop. Like, you can't look at a pattern and be like, Tori did that. But I'm kind of also okay with that plan. It is hot, but I love it. I love the heat. I'm very much enjoying how hot it is. I get to wear dresses every single day. Or skirts and a top, or shorts. I only wear my pants when I go horse riding now. Should have ironed that. Is that going to annoy me? Or is it going to behave itself? Top's fine. This corner. I'm currently crocheting a temperature Afghan. Oh, that's cool. There is definitely not enough hours in the day. Going up over the top, needle down. Oh, these spiders look so cool. I've got threads everywhere. Always open this up and make sure you got both sides. Chaco pen, ruler. Middle. Thank you. I'm quite enjoying the bright colors, but I'm a bright colors kind of person, really. Oh, I nearly did that thing where I measure it wrong again. It is not at all cold here. I am have the aircon on. And this is rayon. It's like the floatiest dress. Move that. Needle down, stitch, back stitch, and off we go. Needle down, pivot, across, back, and one more, and back stitch. I'm trying to give myself a fabric ban at the moment. I know I say that a lot and it never works, but I really am trying this time. I have so many fabulous fabrics that you guys haven't seen, and the more I hoard them, the less you guys are going to see them and be able to go and purchase them because they'll be like out of stock. So how I'm doing this, by the way, is because the markings are on here. I take away, I line up the center with the center, because obviously that's the center. And then beyond that, I want to just take it back the seam allowance and then put clips in the way. Now, because I've got these, what we're going to do is we're going to pinch it, grab it, and then stitch down the side. The spider fabric is awesome. Inklings, the reason I think I'm so obsessed with Inklings is when I go on other pages, their fabric styles are always like they've got a style and they stick to it. And that's just not who I am. Right, so now because we've got this in here, we're not going to stitch through the zipper. It's going to make it easier to stitch down the side. Now, if this was vinyl, I would very much be doing this in rivets. Do you want to actually go through there or not? 1, 2, we're going to go back into the first hole. This is how upholsterers do it, by the way, with my whole no back stitching thing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm trying to count the stitches so that we do the same on both sides. Yoink! Do. This is the part of the wallet you hate. Fair enough, which is why we add the zipper tabs, because it's thinner, or you can just put rivets, but then don't sew it how I did. I always like to go thickest to skinniest, and if you're struggling and you're on a domestic, have you purchased these yet? I know I ramble on about them, but there's reasons for that, right? Look how thick that is right now. Now, look how thick it is now. Did you see the difference? I can see the difference. I can feel the difference, right? If you squish the seams, they do absolutely become thinner. What I do wish these had is like a softer handle. I'm contemplating going somewhere and asking if they can do that powder coating to make them just a little bit softer. You should definitely use the things. I don't encourage you guys to buy stuff I genuinely don't believe in. I have never done it. Lasers are super fun. They are not essential to bag making, right? But I do plan on offering things to make cool bag making stuff. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't have to hand crank it. I just am because it helps with the counting. Oops. Now I moved it too far. Into that one. And that one. And that one. Hello. So I got mine on eBay. Pretty sure it was eBay. I feel like if you go back through some of my videos, I've literally put the link in for you. I do remember doing that. Yeah, I don't want it too thick, Mum. I could wrap foam, but I don't want it too thick. I just want it to be slightly less harsh on my hands. I don't know what that song is, but it always gets in my head. Oh no, here comes Truth Nukem again. Damn it! What's wrong with me? Alright, let's do the front one. So these ones are easier because they're skinnier. They just are. 1, 2, 3. Then back through the first hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And sometimes that really is just easier to hand crank to be able to count. Or you can bring them to one side and tie them off. That's an option too. Hello. Another option, by the way, that I've had the thought of, if you don't want to paint your machine, but you're sick of looking at the gray, why don't you cover it in like stick-on vinyl? Just a thought. Or pay a professional. If I had the money, I'd take it to like a cool airbrush guy, the people that do like the motorcycle tanks. That would look epic. Absolutely epic. Oh, anybody that wants a skull bowl, I just got a message on my phone from the guy that makes them. Not a skull bowl, sorry. A Lord of the Rings bowl. These bad boys. He just messaged me and told me that they're ready. So I could probably send them out today. I know a few people have been asking for them, so I got them. I don't know how many I got. I will have to check. You can backstitch. You don't have to do it the other way. What I will do, I love the skull bowls. I really find them helpful for getting hardware, which, by the way, I very clearly did not get for this video. The reason I like the rivets, right? We are at the end. Everything is sewn up. And what I found, most people's complaint, oh, that almost matched up really well. That was a fluke, by the way. It's like the same spider. That would be cool, but unfortunately it's just a little bit off. But anyway, spider. The reason I like doing it this way, and I have to get up and go get a rivet magnet, is because now that the wallet's finished, a lot of people used to complain that the things didn't line up, and it was actually to do with this. But what you can do now is now line it up, then mark your rivets, and do it that way. So you're all just going to have to wait here while I go and grab a rivet magnet, because I don't have any in here. Knuckles, entertain them for me. Alright, I'm back. Rivet magnet! I love the Lord of the Rings bowl. I love it for holding everything. You could put clips in it instead if you didn't want to put your hardware and you don't want like a coffin. Which, by the way, the other ones are smaller than this. But if you didn't want a coffin and you didn't want to use it for hardware, you could put these into there. That would also work out gloriously well. Dies. Yeah, Knuckles is definitely more interested in sleeping. He went for a walk this morning. He's probably tired. Lazy pants. He's a very lazy dog. I love these bowls. He can make more. I just have to wait in the queue like everybody else. I was actually thinking about them this morning and wondering how long he was going to be. And then, boom, they're ready. It's like my brain knew. All right. In the middle, I've put an X. Where is the other one? Oh, it's on the floor. Ugh. So they're solid too. So the skull bowls and those are different thicknesses because the skull bowls have all like the wiry bits. So even though they're very different sizes, they take up the same amount of plastic stuff. Hole punch. Switch these out. Hello, hello. It is the end of the live, but you technically have caught it, yes. But I love Lord of the Rings. It's my jam. Yes, I have watched the season. Love it. Alright, we want the male bit. And pop the other bit on. Then switch that bit out, pop it aside. Then you can just, oh, there's a thread. I'll get it in a minute. You can just stand it up and level it out like this, right? So you can literally just put your hands at the sides, level it out. You don't want this too far down because you've got to remember they want to put stuff in. So you almost want to like do it and then lift it up just a smidgen so that it will fit like that. And then that will be where you want the second magnet, which is right in the middle of the spider's head. So then I'm just going to pull this back, pop it in, hole punch. Grab this one, push it through, back it off. Now I can make it the other way where you put it all in first. I tend to just not. Because to me, that was quicker, easier, and the lazy way to do it. And I love the lazy way of doing things. I'll also always put the rivet one back in because I tend to use the rivet one the most. So a hole punch and then a rivet because it also works with the bag feet. Ta-da! Look at the sides. They all match up, see? Little to no effort on my behalf for that bit. And you open it, you got all your card slots, you got your zipper, and then I just want to make a point. If we can like get in there and see. You can't see the seam allowances at the side because they were all stitched in when we did this, right? You can't really see. Zipper tabs are your friend. And so then that perfectly matches with the matching bag. And so now that will be a set. Probably should have captured a blue spider better. We mainly just see the green, the red, and the purple, but still. Another option you could have done is instead of doing the spiders on the back, we could have done the matching vinyl. That is an option too. Or done a piece of the matching vinyl on the front. But I didn't do that because I didn't want it to cover the spider. Depending on how big your print is. But that comes out really cute. And I love this handle. It makes me weirdly happy. So it magnets together. It's got two magnets for anyone that didn't see the video. And then it's like a handle. You can just carry it. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this handle, but I really am. I want to do a triangle version. It's already in my brain. It's going to be clutch. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, so that's the set. So now after this video, I'm going to turn you guys off and I will go and take photos and then stick them on my website for sale. And then I'm going to pack all the orders. And if I get through all the order packing, I will then do the best. This handle is amazing. And then, I don't know, custom orders so that I can design a bag or a clutch like this, but like clutch form. Yes. All right, guys, I am off. Thank you all for joining me for this. The pre-order for the fabric is only open until the 16th. So she does have a bunch of other really cool fabrics in there as well. There's a thistle that's kind of like the dragonfly. That was really pretty. And then, so there's like 3 this style, and then it switches to a different style, all in the same pre-order. So if you do want some, grab it, like ASAP. Otherwise you'll miss out, because she usually doesn't get a lot of retail. So if you love something, you're better off to just get it. And I'd also like to point out that her pre-orders don't really take that long either. I will actually suffer through, oh no, I clicked something. I will suffer through a pre-order if I love the fabric from Inklings, because it doesn't take like 15 weeks or anything crazy. The Demi wallet. Oh yeah? Who's that by? Demi wallet. Demi. Nah, no idea. My brain's drawn blank. Is that the shorter version of the Marilyn wallet by Lynn's Handmade? Is that the Demi wallet? I don't know. So many wallets in my brain. I do try to remember, but there is a limit to the space of stuff I can fit. Well, there you go. Excellent. I'm also going to give this a final iron too before I take the photo so it looks prettier. Ironing does always help. Alright guys, well thank you all for joining me. I will see you when I'm looking at you. Bye.